we play a game?
So this is the last question I want to ask here, and I just thought of this now. Is in our field, a lot of people really like Doctor Strangelove. Oddly enough, people that are pro-nuclear weapons like Doctor Strangelove for some reasons. People that are anti-nuclear weapons like Doctor Strangelove. Somewhere in the middle, people still like this film. Not everybody, but a lot of people do. And a lot of people, recently I was on a great episode of a podcast, not because I was on it, but it's a really great podcast called Authors of Mass Destruction by Natasha Bajma. And she talked about how she uses Doctor Strangelove in her courses, talking about to the military, talking to the National Defense University about nuclear weapons, and it uses it as a teaching tool. Now that's a satire. That movie is a nightmare comedy, strong satire, but it's still a really good teaching tool. Could you use Starship Troopers as a teaching tool about all the various topics that we've talked about today, or is it because of the weird borderline? Is it a pro-fascist movie, or is it a satire of fascism? And how well it works kind of in that middle area. Does that remove its ability to become a teaching tool? Not that it's meant to, but, could it be used?
Well, it's got a lot of nudity in it. I think that probably rules
you could teach it in Europe.
Yeah. I have to say that, the co-ed, shower scene just, totally blew my mind when, I saw it. Because it was just, they, like you said, in this universe, they were completely unfazed by the situation.
Balance of the sexes.
But, still, obviously, Rico has it bad for Carmen and Diz has it bad for Rico. So, men and women still very much, have, relationships and attraction to each other.
Yeah.
But, in the professional scene, that's just, not something they worry about.
I think that it could be a very good teaching tool. The problem is that certainly as a young man, I took the wrong lessons from it, right?
Oh, for sure. I remember 1997 Tim was like, let's get this on VHS and play this out later on.
Well, I mean, it's I think that it takes a while. Somebody's going to be mad at me for saying this, but I think it takes a while to become politically educated, right? To understand things of national service and, what it means to be an informed citizen and how to read the media. And so, I think that those are all lessons that are actually brought up in this film. But like most Americans, when you watch it, you're just like, oh yeah, get some. This is it takes a couple of wisecrack videos or a couple of, you have to dig into this movie to understand those parts of it. So I don't know. I think that maybe for a bunch of college film students or, graduate students looking at media and political, public policy, then maybe, yeah. I don't think that you could teach this in high school.
I think you're right, which is what worries me a little bit about. I have other things to worry about in life, but the idea of the remake, the reboot version, because I've seen RoboCop rebooted. I've seen Total Recall rebooted. The original intent and great way that movie, those original movies by Paul Verhoeven, who I think is terrific. The satire is gone in RoboCop, and it becomes a really boring movie and not that interesting. The new one, the Total Recall, the new one with I think it's Colin Farrell, it's just not that good. And it's maybe closer to the source material, but there's something magical about that weird satire, weird approach that I think it's going to be lost. I'm probably going to see it. Jeff and I are probably going to go see it.
Totally.
We'll go see it, but
it does miss the deeper meaning.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what it does. Maybe it'll be just a fun action movie. Not every movie has to be about the morality of nuclear war, but I think this movie does a really good job of it.
Strange game. The only winning move is not to play.